Hey, what is up, squad? TITOBODS here, and today we're going to go a different route and a new series in our channel. So I will call this the Fresh Start series, wherein we're going to use free-to-play account or a new fresh free-to-play account for our series. So what we're going to do is I have already started my account today in a new server, and I want you guys to know the nostalgia factor, if there is, and what are the differences that we have in the new server based on what we have experienced as an old timer in the previous server, especially those from our line when we first started in the game. Now, did you ever wonder what are the things that can differ from this one to that one, from this one to what we have before? And also, if you are a new player in Age of Empires Mobile, maybe you need to stick around this video because I will reveal some tips on how you guys will have an easy start to your adventure and journey here in Age of Empires Mobile. And if you are planning to be a spender here, I think this is also the good time to do that and watch this video. But before we do that, as always, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and also for the new players of Age of Empires Mobile, or if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to support us by subscribing and ringing that bell so you will always be notified soon as we have a new video just for you guys. So we started the day thinking if we're going to be a free-to-play player here, and yes, I have arrived at the conclusion that I will do so. So first off, there's always this adventure in the start of the game, then eventually slowly picking up the pace with upgrading your city or your village for the lower levels. And also the island tactics just kind of reminded me of how hard it is to grind the island tactics from the beginning and how much time you need to really give this island tactics so that you can get all the points and possible rewards from this event. Now, honestly, it take me 15 minutes or less to go out to the world and see what we have. Now, it really doesn't feel different at all when I first check on it, when I first open the world, and also when I first seen the characters. So as always, you will get Josephine and of course Joanne. Now, for a free-to-play player, what you really want to do is to capitalize on using your Josephine. For me as a free-to-play player right now, I have my target to which heroes and lineups I want to build, and it's going to be unconventional. So don't copy my build in this account, but rather I will tell you what other builds that you can do to make your life easier in the early stages of the game. First of all, what you want to do is establish your swordsman, because this is also one of the only siege march in the game that will give you a ton of advantage when sieging and plundering cities, especially ghosted cities or emptied cities or evacuated cities that doesn't really have any player anymore. So you can get a lot of resources doing it that way. And also, you're going if your swords ain't your main march, it is also a good thing that you can complete the March of Josephine. Open up your Hammurabi and then get Derrick. Once you get these three heroes, you will now form a route effect team, which is good for a free-to-play player, Swords Warrior March. So there you go, you have an early access to one of the marches. Now, second off is to check out who your heroes for the advance are and make sure you have a gathering heroes, like for example what I have, Cleopatra. Now, next up in the early game, you can use your other heroes for farming, especially if you haven't yet leveled up your gatherers in the game. Now, your main focus for the day, for your first day of your Age of Empire mobile journey, first ever thing that you need to do or to focus on is your citadel, at least leveling it up to level 10 so that you can unlock all the other potential levels of your hero, and also leveling up your tavern to level 10, then your hospital to level 10, and your research to level 10. At the end of the day, you should have your T2 troops or T3 troops. And also, you should have decided already which hero you're going to use as your main, and which march are you going to use as your main march. So, as I've said, if you're not going to main your Swords March, you can use your Josephine's March that I have said earlier, and you can use it until the current season that we have in the game, and it's going to be very worth it even if you have that March. Now, as for me, I'm going to choose Elcid, but right now we don't have the wheel yet on Elcid. We're going to wait for Wednesday, I think, or Thursday to get him. Now, the other heroes that I have a plan on getting is Bushra and also Tariq. Now, there is one more thing that is new in here, and I'm going to let you see in a bit. But before that, make sure that when you level up your city, you are also leveling up other important parts of your citadel. So when you level up your city hall to level 10, make sure your hospital is also level 10, your war hall is level 10, your house, one of your house is level 10, one of each of your resources are also level 10. Your barracks for your main march at least should be also at level 10. And if you can also level up your wall to level 10, that would also be good. Be warned that once you level up your citadel to level 10, your free bubble or free shield is going to disappear. So make sure that before you do that, you already have your marches with you. Even though they are not max yet, at least you should have them ready. And now let me show you what we have in difference or in contrast with our mall versus the mall of a new server. It was really a surprise for me, honestly, to see what they have here that we didn't have in our previous server. Okay, first of all, if you are planning to purchase or be a spender in the game, make sure that you decide on the first day. Why do I say this? It's because that if you decide on the first day, you will have an advantage of at least one day for your purchases, and especially your troops and your heroes and your account in general, honestly. So as you can see here, we have here the beginners menu over here in the mall. You have a strong start here, which is, I think, more than this. Once you purchase this, I think you will get more and more after purchasing each individual parts of this. And as you can see here, every purchase will give you a chance for a coupon in the game, giving you more chance to purchase in a less value. Now, the King's Pick is also somewhat good because it's 3,000 in value. Now, for a spender, you will think that spending too much too early is going to be a no-no. But the thing here is that, as surprised as I am, they have a limited time rebate. I don't remember that we have this kind of rebate early on in 20. Although I started off late in that server, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I really didn't remember this being part of the beginner's packet or package here in the mall. So as you can see, it's like what we have in our events. Once you purchase any bundles containing Empire coins, you will have freebie for the limited time rebate, which is honestly a good thing if you're going to start a Mulan March or a Pikeman March, because we all know Freddy is one of the most important hero in Season 4 of the game paired with Cyrus. Now, as you can see here, once you have collected 5,000 Empire coins from purchasing any bundles available in the game, as long as they have Empire coins, on the first 5,000 purchases you have, you will get 10 pieces of Freddy, Rani. At the same time, you will get 24 hours of speed ups, then your legendary arrival recruitment, which is very important in the early stages of the game. Now, also this and this and everything in here, honestly, is very important in the early stages of the game. Now, second one for your 10,000 Empire coins mark is another hero medals, but this time around it's 30 pieces each. Now, for the 25,000 mark, you will have a permanent ring of fire frame for your account. So this will give your units all unit type defense by 0.6%. So this is a permanent team, and it's really, really good, in my opinion, as a starter or beginner in the game. Now, another one, when you max your rebate at 50,000 Empire coins, which is, I think, equivalent to $100 in my estimation. I think once you get this, you will have your Flame Anvil chat bubble, which is an epic one, and it will give you a rally attack additional buffs for 1.2% and 80 pieces of your Freddy Rani. Now, for those of you guys who is just planning still to purchase or be a spender in the first day, make your decision quick in the first day if you're going to be a free-to-play or not, because the first day really matters. Because I think some of the bundles in the strong start maybe or the King's Pick is going to be reset. That's what I feel it is. I don't know exactly, and I don't want to purchase because I pledge that this account is going to be a free-to-play account. Now, as I've said, we also have monthly bestsellers in here, although I don't recommend this one because of its value. Also this, it's not good of a value, so I don't really recommend any of this monthly bestsellers. Now, for the packs, monthly pass is always good, in my opinion. Then as long as also, if you have the vouchers already like this one, like what we have here, it's going to be a plus. And the weekly pass is also good. if you want to get them. So as I've said, as long as your purchases does have your Empire coins, you are going to unlock each level of your rebate here. Now, custom gift is also available here. Not like what we have before. It take us a while to have this kind of custom gift that we already have in the game. So I think this is a win for them. And also, the building queue. If you are a new player, you know how important building queues are. But this is a permanent. This is permanently available, so you can use this or purchase this anytime you want. It doesn't really need to be purchased in the early games if you don't want to, especially if you don't have that much upgrading of buildings yet. Now, I don't recommend any price frenzy even in the early stages, late stages, or any stages of the game. Don't purchase price frenzy because your head will spin and it will go frenzy and you will be on a berserk. But I don't really recommend new players to purchase from here right now because there are a lot of other things in the packs that you can get. Now, don't miss out on Kingdom Sword as always from the or from the beginners to the veterans or the old players or the new players. Don't miss out on Kingdom Sword. It will give you a lot. Now, limited time bounty as always. Make sure it's what you need. For example, if you need right now the legendary hero medals, go for it. If you need right now the legendary skill medals, go for it. If you are needing of hammers, go for it. So this is an optional thing or bundle for me, depending on what you need at the moment. Now, beginner's essential isn't available when I first started the game. And as from my previous server, so here in the new server, you have this, but it's quite expensive. I mean, when we have this, when this was introduced in our server, it was only, and still now only at $5. So there are only a few rare moments wherein we have seen this as marked at $10. So I think this is a bit expensive for its worth, but I am not going to rationalize my decision or my conclusion on this to that. And some of these are really good, but I think the price is a bit too much for the value that we have on it. That's what I think. But if you think this is something you need for the price of $10, I won't stop you from purchasing it. But please don't ever think of purchasing the price frenzy unless you are a whale or a big spender or maybe a kraken. Now, they also have now the themes. They can now get any themes they want that was available in the previous seasons. You can see here in the themes, anytime they want to get one from the previous seasons, they can actually get it here. But of course, you're going to pay the price for it. Draw token, same as what we have now, but this was not available for us way before because we don't have that much theme. So that's one thing also. Now for the top ups, this is also some kind of the same thing that we have in the previous game or in the previous server. They have the top up bonus. Now I just don't see the other option for other heroes like Julius and the gang in here, but we're going to use that. We're going to unlock, of course, our Bushra from there. But they don't have yet the Heroic Expedition. They don't have yet the other, what do you call that? The one with wherein you can get Julius and the other heroes. They don't have that yet in the game. Or maybe I haven't yet unlocked it. But anyway, I think it's going to happen by tomorrow or the next day after that. But I'm not sure right now. For the growth fund, this is always in the game, even before. So it's always there. If you are planning to also get this, you make sure this is also a good purchase for you, especially if you're going to get 82,000 Empire coins for just a fraction of $10. Because getting this kind of coins here will cost you more than $10 when we are talking about Empire coins exchange and bundle free Empire coins. So this is actually a steal. If I'm going to spend, I will make sure on the first day I have this, the packs that I have mentioned earlier, and the beginners bundles that I have mentioned earlier, and will for sure unlock this one. So I don't want to prolong this video anymore. And as you can see here, we are just at 200k power right now. I haven't really stepped up my game yet, but I will make sure that this account is free to play, so that for our free to play players can also do a free to play account without even spending a dime in the game and still enjoy the what the game has to offer. Now, if I miss something in the first day of the game, please let me know in the comments so that we can talk about it. Also, if you have suggestion, recommendation on the first day of the event or the game, kindly also tell me in the comments. And if this info helped you in a way, kindly like our video for today, share it with your friends and alliances. And also, don't forget to give us love by subscribing and also ring the bell so you will always be notified soon as our new video is up. And also, I wanna thank uh, our countryman players here in this server. I'm in server 313. If you wanna hop in, this is a new fresh server. It only started today, and if you wanna come join us, just hit me up in the comments and let's play here together. And as always, squad, have a great day to every one of you. This is your Tito Bods, and I will see you in the next one.